as I was out sick, I saw that Ricky Bo was trying to talk about some of the positives of this Phillies team, and the fans are not buying it in large part. We're 10 days from opening day, and there is absolutely Phillies interest, but there is not a lot of Phillies excitement and buzz because the fans don't believe in the team. But using Lucky, I want to come to an agreement right here at the beginning of the show because I don't want to argue with people on St. Patrick's Day. I want to get along on St. Patrick's Day. I've celebrated this holiday many times in my life. Obviously, I'm not celebrating now because I don't have any booze on me. But if I'd had it on me, forget the rules, I'd just be drinking. Now, can we do this sentence together? All right? And I want people to be able to do this sentence. But we'll get to the sentence, actually. Here's the first part. I understand that people are down on the Phillies despite the 95 wins last year, and I am not going to be the one to try to change your mind. Ricky has given his opinion as a former baseball player and an analyst. I've given my opinion. The national media has given their opinion. Everyone agrees they're a playoff team. So let's just pause there. Everyone agrees they're a playoff team. Where the disagreement could be is how far they may go in the playoffs. But can we all agree on this, and then we'll get to the sentence? Can we all agree? Can we all agree that the Phillies are good enough to win the World Series if they get lucky? Now listen, there are certain teams, I understand right now, like you're looking at the Sixers in their current state. They're not winning the NBA championship even if they're lucky right now. We know that. So we know there's tiers, there's levels. The Flyers are not winning the Stanley Cup even if they get lucky. Do we all agree, to start off the show, that the Phillies are good enough to win the World Series if they get lucky? Meaning they're a good enough team to where they have enough pieces to where if something or everything went right, they'd win the whole thing. If we can start there, then we can get to the sentence, because we can't be so down on a team with this many good players. I recognize the Dodgers are the Dodgers, but you don't have to worry about the Dodgers but 2 times in the regular season and then maybe in the postseason. You got a series here with them, you got a series there with them, and that's it. You can play them 6 times. 6 or 7, I didn't look. But you play them 6 or 7 times out of 162. Even if you somehow went 0-6, you can recover over the rest of the games and be fine. So if you worry about them, you worry about them in October, late October, because most likely you see them in the NLCS. If we can get to that point, and I think we can, then today, all show, you can text us at 610-632-0975, and this is what I want you to say. The Phillies will win the World Series if blank happens. Your job is to fill in the blank. The Phillies will win the World Series if blank happens. Now, for me, because I think they're good, if I'm answering this question, and I'm not in a mood today to argue with you and convince you that the Phillies don't stink if you think they stink, I think you're kind of disqualified from the conversation if you think they stink. The Phillies will win the World Series if, for me, Trey Turner is great instead of good. So if Trey Turner's great, the Phillies will win the World Series if Trey Turner is great instead of good. Now, Ricky Bo, I think you'll agree with me. They're good enough to win the World Series with luck.
They're 100% good enough to win a World Series. I mean, let's face it, the only team that really stands in their way, in my eyes, is the LA Dodgers. And that's fair enough to say, and I'm not going to sit back and tell you that shouldn't be a concern, because it should be. But the only time you should be concerned about them, like you said, is October. Regular season is regular season. Phillies will have a good regular season. I don't think there's any question they end up in the playoffs, if not the NL East champions again. I don't believe in the New York Mets up the road.
I agree.
I don't believe in the Atlanta Braves right now. They got 2 guys, Strider and Acuna. that you don't even know when they're going to be playing.
Yeah, but we know it won't be opening day.
Won't be opening day, and you don't know when and if they're going to be 100% again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with where the Phillies are in the NL East. I just really sit back and say, okay, what has been the hindrance? What has been the big problem with the Phillies? And I'm just going to go flat at it. These money-making guys in the lineup showing up for playoffs. That's what it's really going to be. I think if, Castellanos was there last year, Harper was there last year. The rest of them were not. You need a complete team effort when you get to the playoffs. Yes, we've seen it where a guy could carry maybe a game or two, but you're going to need 2, 3, 4 guys to get hot during a playoff series to win some games. I don't have any problems with their pitching staff. I like the Phillies pitching staff right now. Number 1, it's good. Number 2, it's got depth. Number 3, people are coming out and saying the bullpen's not good. What are we looking at? What year are you trying to look at? I mean, I guess, and I heard Bill Colarulo just say they're number 6 ranked in Major League Baseball. I'll take it.
Yeah, with those starters.
You got those starters. You got that lineup. You guys should be in for a nice little treat this year. I am not going to sit here and say this team should not win a World Series because I believe they should. I believe they will under this Bryce Harper regime, and now is the time. I mean, I'm not saying they're running out of time, but this year would be a pretty good time to win the World Series for them.
All right. So, Ricky Bo, right now.
Yes.
The Phillies will win the World Series if
the Big Five cooperate in the playoffs.
All right. So, you guys get the exercise. So, it's 610-632-0975. Word of the day, lucky. Can we just get to the point where we agree that the Phillies can win it all if they get lucky? A little luck of the Irish. Can we at least get there? And the Phillies will win the World Series if. And you can insert whatever you want there, but you got to admit that they can do it.
Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want more of this content, make sure you like and subscribe. And you can do that kind of over here if you want more of the best show ever.